Well, good evening, America. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video here. Your humble Mike Mo here for the Massachusetts Central Radio Show. I think here for episode 118. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome back to another one of these. Um, I'm going to be here for about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to try to be here for 10 to 15 minutes, but count on 15 minutes. But see if I can bore you for 15 minutes like I usually do. So yeah, hey guys, I'm back and I am recording one of these like I said I would. And I just want to tell you guys that right off the bat that I love y'all. For those of you who watch these religiously or are just catching up on these, um, I have um, it's just great because right now I just love what's going on right now. I love life. I love my energy. I love the world. The world may be a little crazy right now because of COVID. Um, as usual, everybody, just make sure you social distance. Make sure when we're going through this because of the surge in cases, make sure you wear your mask properly, social distance, and just rub that hand sanitizer. Wash your hands. Well, mainly wash your hands and use hand sanitizer to back it up. It's more effective if you. I just want to say this. It's more effective if you hand wash. My mother's actually a nurse. She's been a geriatric nurse for a little over 40 years. Or and such. So, um, my mother's worked for a Hebrew rehab up here in Massachusetts for 40 years, and it's different in the different companies and the different iterations of it. 40 years strong, and I think she'll go as long as she can. But she said the biggest thing in this whole thing is we got to wash our hands. We got to wear a mask properly, make sure we're properly protected. We watch for the signs of everything. So that's the reason why I'm healthy and I'm alive. And the reason why I didn't actually get it earlier this year, even though I thought I did, um, but I tested negative. Um, so I just wanted to let you guys know that that's just my public service announcement because I love everybody in this nation. This nation's great. I think things aren't so rosy right now with us because of COVID and a bunch of the social stuff, but we'll get to that. But we won't get to that. But definitely social distance and wear your mask properly. Make sure you wear it over your nose. I know a lot of people, especially with a lot of people with glasses. Um, what I do, I just want to tell you was one of the techniques. I don't have a mask with me right now, so I can't really show you. But what I do is I take the mask and I put it under the bridge of my nose, and I use these little anchors, these little anchory bits. I use these little bits, these little nubs right here. You guys can't probably see that, but you guys see that little nub right there. Um, I use that and I hook the mask on that, and that way it stays put. And if the mask is big enough, it can cover my whole face, which it should. Um, this is one of the techniques I do because my glasses fog up so much. So I just want to say, everybody, you know, um, it's let's get all through this safe and let's just ramp things up a little bit in terms of our protection because we all need um, just that little bit of safety and coverage so we can get through this safely. So I just wanted to do my PA service announcement for the good evening edition of this radio show here on 118 um, and such. So I just wanted to talk to you guys briefly about a couple of things. I just wanted to let you guys know that right now. Right now, my grandfather just had surgery on his back, so he's currently on the mend right now. I said some prayers for him. He's currently rehabbing at one of my mom's place, actually, Orchard Cove. It's a place we have up here in Massachusetts. It's a rehab for people, and it's a really good place. If hopefully mom will take care of him while he's there because he really can't have visitors. His wife can't visit him, so but my mother will take care of him and we'll check on him and tell her how she's doing and such. Um, and he's he's had a bunch of procedures, and he's had his knees replaced, he's had his back replaced, he's had a couple of things, he's had thyroid, couple of things. He's in his mid 80s, so he's, this is general maintenance for somebody who's 80 something. um but yeah, he's doing good. My prayers go to him, um and such. I just watched a video of Tom Gilkey, and Tom Gilkey, or the Gilk Man as he is known, um, Thomas Gilkey, aka the Gilk Man. I'll reiterate that again. He's a good friend of mine. He's been my friend for at least 17 years, even though he makes it sound like we've been married that long. Kind of sounds like that a little bit. So, but he's a good guy. He's a unique character. He's got his moments. He's got his ways, and he's got his interactional idiosyncrasies. Um, but I just got off, and I just, if he's watching, I just want to say, Tom, I just watched your video. He's got this thought series that he's doing, and he should really turn this. He should really go back into his channel and really do this, because it's really, I think it's a great series, and the level. And I just watched another one. I always watch them. I don't always comment on them all the time, but I should. But I watch them. I think I've watched almost every single one I think he's put out. So I've been supporting his channel more ways than one. And um, it's I'll just say it was quite an emotional one, but but in the Thoughts series, he's done videos like this, but he hasn't called it Thoughts, obviously. But he's obviously giving it a name now, which is good. He's actually giving it a proper title, proper name for the series, so he can keep track of. And I actually like it. It's almost like a daily journal for feelings, and I think it's really, very good. He gets out what he needs to get out. He doesn't go over the top. He doesn't go excessive. He doesn't dig deeper than he needs to. Because I know, in the back of my mind, he's talking about what he's getting the heartfelt stuff, but he's obviously projecting in a way so he conveys his emotions on a clearer level, on a clearer, deeper level, without going into too much detail. I actually like that, because I've done that before. You guys will know if you guys watched back in 2017, or if the new subscribers get to that, you guys will know. I'll be talking about three things. I'll be talking about Jobs, April, and a certain wrist injury that she occurred with. So, it's not easy to see a friend struggle, of course, and not only is he coming to grips with a new job, and also dealing with some of the stuff that he has to, some of the stuff there. It's not easy. Interacting with people in the workforce, and it's not easy for him socially sometimes, but I think he socializes, and I think he interacts with people better than he thinks. um I've I think that he has his moments, but I think it's part of his personality, and some of the things that he said in the video, I'm actually guilty of. So my interactions, me not wording things correctly, I know all that feels like. It's never fun, because there's always one thing that kills it, and I'm pretty sure that things that I've said in the past have killed off things. So I actually know what he is going through. Some of the other stuff, it's exclusive to him. But when you're interacting with other people, especially somebody with Asperger's / autism, I actually know how this feels, because for those of you who guys don't know, I did a video a long time ago about me and my learning disability or learning difference, which was Asperger's. And I can tell you right off the bat, there's some social situations that I don't even know how to deal with, although I learn from time to time. And I you always think you know how to react or say something, but you really don't. And there's always a certain um, hesitation in your head, and it happens to me all the time. It more often than not. So um, it's I will tell you, there's moments in my life where he and I have interacted, and I have never said the right thing. So I'm just guilty. So I'm kind of guilty as all heck with that one. But I've gotten to know how to react better throughout the years, and I've gotten sharper. There's obviously still room to grow. In fact, at my young age, at 31 years old, I'm pretty sure I'm going to learn how to socially interact, because you just got to enjoy the social interaction. You can't say you're good at something um, at my age, because it's never easy. In fact, I enjoy interacting with people in different levels. It's just not. Um, it's not easy, but you get your point across. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you do. Um, the one thing the reason, classic case in point, I'll reiterate, and most guys will roll their eyes at this one, but um, I'll just say interacting with guys is okay. It's fine, because I know what most guys are thinking about and what guys are want to talk about, and it's easy to interact. Cause it's actually somewhat easier to interact with guys, but let's just say you throw a girl in front of me, it's a little different. Um, Obviously, the one thing the first thing off my head is I know how to act kind, and I know how to act like a gentleman. I know how to, I believe in chivalry, and actually, holding the door for the lady. Those kind gestures. But when it comes to interacting with them and asking them deeper questions, that's when it gets hard. Holding the door, let me just put it this way: holding the door for a girl is one thing, and letting them walk in front of you, or standing aside so they can pass you is one thing. Just to be a gentleman, so you don't feel, and everything like that. That's one thing. You can easily do that, because it's just natural instinct for me, because my dad taught me that. Just to open the door, and I think every girl said, "Oh, you're such a gentleman." But when it comes to asking deeper questions and socializing, it's all much harder. So it's not easy. I tend to mess up a lot of opportunities with them, so it's not easy. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, but I've obviously learned how to get along with Megan, who's a good friend of mine, and April, who's a good friend of mine, very unique friend of mine. So I've obviously, learned how to talk to a girl, or talk to girls, and actually know a couple of them, and be able to converse with them, because I think they're interesting beings, and I think they're fun to learn about. And yeah, I just got to be a little bit braver when I talk. Um, Obviously not cocky, but I have to be brave when I talk, and I have to, I'm nervous when I do it, and I get that nervous energy. I'm pretty sure whenever I meet up with Meg or April, or see them, there's always a bit of a nervous energy, because they're good friends, and I always get that nervous, good feel energy when I'm with my friends. I'm pretty sure Meg and Tom and April, I have all feel good energy, and it feels good, and they always make me feel good and relaxed. Despite what they say and everything, but I just put it down to, that's how they interact with people, and that's how, that's their mannerisms, that's their expressions, that's their habits, and socially, and all that other fine stuff, all that jazz, as Frank Sinatra would say, because I can't say, because kids are obviously going to be watching this video. I can't swear. Sinatra, for those of you who are old enough, Frank Sinatra used to always say the word jazz because he could never swear while he's on TV when he was recording music. In fact, he was a very classy gentleman. Even though he didn't have a formal education or anything, he did not swear on. He did not swear on at all, to my knowledge. He never swore during his performances. So that's the reason why he said the word jazz, because because he didn't want to swear, and he was presenting music to folks who were probably not going to be into him cussing on screen, so, and everything like that. But I just want to say, I love that series. I hope he continues it. It's not easy to get your thoughts out, and you have to obviously, you obviously have to shoot it. Obviously, I just want to tell them you have to shoot that when you feel like shooting them, and you have to shoot them when you're mentally ready to let everything go and let your emotions out. Because and when he does do it, I can tell he does it when he's ready to convey his emotions, which is why, and it's good to let your emotions out because you should never hold anything in. If there's one good thing a counselor once taught me, you should never hold things in. And I'm pretty sure I've done that a number of times in my life. I've held in all my problems before. I'm pretty sure I've held them in recently, and it didn't help me out, which is why I probably felt so bad and I didn't feel good. But now I'm letting everything out, and obviously I've obviously got my friends for an outlet, and I can talk and I feel better about my thoughts and my emotions, because I'd rather talk to them, and then they can convey their emotions and say, oh, this is all right, this is not so good. And usually Tom, Meg, and April, they're very good at letting me know how they feel. So, so I just want to say, Tom, if you see this, that series is downright amazing. Definitely, definitely do it when the emotions are playing. Obviously, you don't want to do it when you're. Obviously, you should those videos. You should turn on those videos when you feel naturally, when you feel it's good to do it. Obviously, you shouldn't do it for every single thing, um, but obviously, when you need to get your emotions out, that is a great series to do. Even if it's minor stuff, even if it's anger towards something or disappointment towards something, um, or it's always good, and I think it's a good outlet for you. And I couldn't be any more proud. Which is why you know which is why I always 100%. Anytime somebody asks about how good of a guy, how good of a friend you are, I always tell them, you know what, it's a really genuine guy. He's really good. He's really thoughtful. He's really emotional. I've seen him change over the last couple of years. So, all right, this is going on more than 15 minutes, but when I talk about emotions, I go over the top. You have to excuse me, but that's just the way how I am. I'm very passionate when it comes to stressing emotions because I feel that you should be able to express them. That's why we have the freedom to express in this country, and that's why the reason why we have. And no, it's not because of an amendment. That's just how we are, because we're social beings, and that's how we roll. Alrighty, folks. I'll see you guys later. I also want to say a prayer for Tom's grandfather, who's health-wise, who's dealing with some stuff. So I want to say a quick prayer for him and Tom. Just want to convey that because that's, it's obviously want to talk to him. I'll obviously convey some stuff that I felt what he's dealing with his grandfather. So, but yeah, I'll see you guys later, and God bless this country. Hopefully, we stay strong. Pray for my friends. Pray for the souls out there, and pray for those that are in trouble, mentally, health wise, or psychologically. God, please watch all of them, please. Thank you. Good night. This is episode 118 here on the 18th of November 2020. I will see you guys on Friday for 119. Good night, everybody.